Welcome, everyone, to class 114 of the Biblical Foundation, which is the beautiful book of Genesis, the book of beginnings. And so we're reviewing what we discussed last week, and that is the start to Isaac taking a wife. And so, Juju, can you start with Genesis chapter 24, verse 22, please, in English?
And it came to pass as in the camels made the made to go there, anything or help is sick to win and two buckles for ear hands of the centuries window of gold.
Okay, very good, Juju. And just speak a little louder, okay, so we can hear you better. More courage, more confidence. Let me try this in Portuguese. E aconteceu que, acabando os camelos de beber, tomou o homem pendente de ouro de meio ciclo de peso e duas pulseiras para as suas mãos, do peso de 10 ciclos de ouro. Okay. So, Pedro, can you please give us question A in English?
Okay. Does the servant's action demonstrate any doubts?
Okay, beautifully pronounced. What do you think? So, the man referred to in this verse is the servant, and he took a golden earring of half a shekel weight and two bracelets for her hands of 10 shekels weight of gold. Does that demonstrate any doubts on his part?
No.
No, absolutely right, Lucas. And why do you say that? Why does the verse make you believe he has no doubts?
Because the servant presented Rebecca.
Yes, giving many presents to Rebecca. Exactly right. Giving many presents. Okay, Lucas, go ahead. And can you kindly read question B in English?
Does it sound like the servant's gifts are of low value?
Okay, well pronounced. Thank you. So what do you think? And let's see. Sophia, what do you think? Yes? No? Do those gifts sound like low value? No. Okay, I agree with you. Maybe all the ladies here would like to receive a golden earring of half a shekel weight and two bracelets for hands of 10 shekels weight of gold. Wow. Okay, it sounds like
Absolutely.
okay, it sounds like a lot of value. Okay, so Sophia, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 24, verses 23 to 24 in English?
And said, whose daughter art thou? Tell me, I pray thee, is there room in the Father's house for us to lodge in? And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Micah, which she bare unto Nahor.
Very good. So you can see our younger participants have very good pronunciation, right? Without lots of accent. Okay, so poor Bernadette and me, there's no hope for my Portuguese or for her English, that we are both stuck with big accents.
With big accents.
All right, but all
But,
the young
all
people
right, but all
here
the young people.
have a good chance. Okay, and one thing is you already corrected yourself with pray thee, but the next line it's thy father's house. So Y, thy. All right, so let me try that in Portuguese. E disse: De quem és filha? Faze-mo saber, peço-te. Há também em casa de teu pai lugar para nos pousarmos? E ela lhe disse: Eu sou a filha de Betuel, filho de Milca, o qual eu deu a Naor, ou a qual ela deu a Naor. Okay, so Bernadette, can you kindly read question C with your excellent accent? Okay, I'm not making fun of your accent, all right?
Was this the desired response? If so, why?
Beautiful, thank you. All right, so who wants to answer that one? Was this the desired response that the servant was hoping for? And if so, why?
Mm.
I'm going to ask Lucas again, since Lucas was here last week. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bernadette.
I think so because Abraham had recommended him to find a wife for Isaac from his own family.
Exactly right. And that's absolutely right. Among his kin is a nice way to say it in English. Kindred or kin. Okay, so Juju, back to you, Juju. Can you read Genesis 24 verses 25 and 26 in English and try to raise your voice a little?
She said would over vote him. We have but wood stirs and provender and no and room the loading in and the man would on his hand and worship the Lord.
Excellent, Juju. And so I just want to point out, Juju this is maybe her third or fourth class, and we've already seen a big improvement in her ability to read English out loud. So she's very courageous. In the first line, Juju, it's we have both straw, so more open A, straw. But very good. I'm impressed. Okay, let me try that in Portuguese. Disse-lhe mais: Também temos palha e muito pasto e lugar para passar a noite. Então inclinou-se aquele homem e adorou o Senhor. Okay, Pedro, can you kindly read question D in English?
Why did the servant do them?
Okay, what do you think? Who wants to answer that?
I think it's because he's grateful.
He's grateful. I agree. You're absolutely right. And so he bowed his head and worshiped the Lord. And is there a specific reason why he's grateful?
With God.
Yes, grateful to God, but why? Why is he grateful to God?
Because he Because Rebecca is the wife of Isaac.
Is going to be. I agree. And another way to think of it is that his mission, remember that he's the servant of who? Of Abraham. And he realized now that the servant's mission given to him by his master is going to be fulfilled. So he's going to do his master's will. Okay. And is that a good lesson for all of us? Okay. So he's delighted that he is fulfilling his master's will. And so he's thanking the Lord for that. Okay, great. Lucas, can you read Genesis 24, verse 27, please, in English?
And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of my master Abraham, who hath not left destitute my master of his mercy and his truth. I been in the way. The Lord led me to the house of my master's brother.
Excellent, beautifully pronounced. So I think I've mentioned this, but Lucas has a musical ear, and he can often read a new word in English well. So he already has an idea, even of words that he's not familiar with. So he just reads the English, and it comes out well. It's amazing.
And it comes out well. It's amazing.
Okay, let me try that in Portuguese.
Okay, let me try that in Portuguese.
E disse: Bendito seja o Senhor Deus de meu Senhor Abraão, que não retirou a sua benevolência e a sua verdade do meu Senhor quanto a mim. O Senhor me guiou no caminho à casa dos irmãos do meu Senhor. Okay, sorry for the feedback, but hopefully you can understand my Portuguese through it. All right. So, Sophia, can you kindly read question E in English? Oh, you have the mute on. There you go.
There you go.
What called being in the way signify?
Beautiful. Okay, well pronounced. Thank you. All right, so we're looking back at the verse, and the second part of verse 27 says, I being in the way, the Lord led me. So what does being in the way mean here?
Being in the way means here.
Pedro, do you remember?
Signifies that the servant was going somewhere, and when he was still in the pattern, in the way, in the state. So it means not in the middle of the way, but going somewhere.
Okay, agreed entirely. Because now in the way often means blocking something in the way, interfering with the way. But here it's in the path, in the will of the Lord, in the way of the Lord. Okay, so a subtle difference. Okay, so Bernadette, can you kindly read question F in English?
What does breathing mean? And is there an issue with incest?
Okay, so it's brethren.
Brethren.
Yeah, perfect. So that's the last word of the verse. So the Lord led me to the house of my master's
So
brethren.
the Lord led me to the house of my master's brethren.
Now, brethren, that kind of sounds close to brothers.
Sounds close to brothers.
Maybe it has the same root, but does that mean that this is like too close family? Pedro, do you remember Pedro Lucas? Yeah, go ahead.
In this case, brethren means like the kin, the like the fourth family of someone.
Exactly. Or better yet, the greater family, the expanded family.
Oh, expanded family,
Okay.
família expandida.
Okay,
assim.
so that's that's a good way to put it. And kin is another. Oh, so I think we have Hector joining us. And Hector, we started the class, so we're only speaking English now. So, and sorry, I maybe did not see you sooner, uh, but come join us. You're welcome. Uh, put your video on if you can, and we'll try to explain it. Uh, if you can come next class at the very beginning, I can explain better in Portuguese or more easily. Okay, so Juju, can you kindly read Genesis 24, verses 28 to 29 in English?
And the Desmond ran and told Trent of the monster's house to trees, things, and the Rebecca and had a brother, and his name was Laban, and the Laban ran and the emerald into the well.
Okay, thank you, Juju. Let me try that in Portuguese. E a donzela correu e fez saber estas coisas na casa da sua mãe. E Rebeca tinha irmão cujo nome era Labão. E Labão correu ao encontro daquela homem até a fonte. All right, so we're back to Pedro. Pedro, can you kindly read question G in English?
Why do you think Laban ran to meet the servant?
Okay, very good pronunciation of the brother's name in English, Laban, instead of the Portuguese. Very good. All right, so why did Laban run?
Because the servants don't go away.
Say it again, Pedro. Lucas, sorry.
Because the servants don't go away.
Yes, right, to make sure the servant doesn't go away. But do you think that he is? So remember, when does he run? He runs after the damsel ran. That's Rebecca, and told them of her mother's house and her home these things. And so Rebecca has just told them the series of miracles that happened at the well, right? That the servant had asked God, challenged God to say, "Hey, I'm going to go ask a young lady for water, and if she responds yes to giving me water, then I know she is your choice, Lord. Okay, so when Laban hears the story, he realizes this is God at work. And so he runs because he wants to see more of God's will. He wants to fulfill God's will. Okay, so interesting. People are not delaying here. They're running. The damsel ran and then Laban ran. Okay, Lucas. So Lucas is our famous Bible verse reader. So can you read Genesis 24, 30 to 31 in English, please, Lucas?
And it came to pass when he saw the wandering and desolate of his sister, and when he heard the words of Rebekah, his sister, saying, Thus spake the man unto me, that he came unto the man, and behold, he stood by the camels at the well. And he said, Come in, thou blessed of the Lord. Wherefore standest thou without? For I have prepared the house and room for the camels.
Perfect, Lucas. Okay, so I have no suggestions. It's very well pronounced. Both verses. Thank you. And let me see if I can do equally well in Português. E aconteceu que, quando ele viu o pendente e as pulseiras sobre os mãos da sua irmã, e quando ouviu as palavras da sua irmã Rebeca, que dizia, assim me falou aquele homem. Foi ter como o homem que estava em pé junto aos camelos, à fonte, e disse: Entra, bendito do Senhor, porque estás fora. Porque estás fora? Pois eu já preparei a casa e o lugar para os camelos. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to now go to some new material that we didn't discuss last week. So let's jump right into it. And so, Sophia, can you kindly read question 1 in English?
How can we tell that Rebecca's family is well off?
Very well pronounced. Excellent. All right, so we just learned in verses 30 and 31 what Rebecca and Laban's family does, but how do we know that they're well off or wealthy?
I didn't understand this question.
Okay, so
The end of the sentence.
yes, okay, well off. And that's why I repeated wealthy. So well off is like there's poorly off, there's well off. It's an interesting way to say wealthy or poor. Okay,
Okay.
or rich. So why, how can we tell that Rebecca's family is rich from that verse?
Mhm.
I see Pedro and Lucas are looking hard at the verse. Any thoughts? Oh, you're on mute.
I think it is because the family of Rebecca had room to put camels.
Yes, I agree entirely. How many people have room for not just a few camels, but 10 camels? I'm not saying that the 10 camels are brought into the house, okay? But that's what we call in English a stable. Where horses spend the night is in a stable. But that's still 10 camels. That's a lot, big stables. Okay, so that probably is a rich family. All right, they have many horses and they have many extra stables. Okay, so Bernadette, can you kindly read Genesis 24 verses 32 to 33 in English?
And the man came into the house, and he ungirded his camels, and gave straw and provender for the camels, and water to wash his feet, and the man's feet that were with him. And there was set meat before him to eat. But he said, I will not eat until I have told mine errand. And he said, Speak on.
Very good. In the second line, it's a new word, but straw and provender. I think,
Provender.
yeah, instead of provender, so provender with the
Provender.
emphasis towards the front. Okay.
And
Yes.
in the first line, after the 2 points, and
You said that correctly. Ungirded.
okay.
Okay. And we'll see from the Portuguese, right? Because that's one reason I read the Portuguese just after. But ungirded is like untied.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you take the bridle out of the mouth, or if there's something around the head. So ungirded is untie them, so then they can relax and rest for the night. Okay, so let me try that in Portuguese. Então veio aquele homem à casa e desataram os camelos, e deram palha e pasto aos camelos e água para lavar os pés dele e os pés dos homens que estavam com ele. Depois puseram comida diante dele. Ele, porém, disse: Não comerei, até que tenha dito as minhas palavras. E ele disse: Fala. Okay, so that was Brent. So, Juju, can you kindly read question 2, Juju, in English?
What are the service priorities?
Yes, very good, Juju. Okay, last word. You said what are the servants? Very well. And the last word is priorities. Priorities. Okay, so what do you think? So what can we tell from the servant's priority?
Tell from the servant's priority.
Maybe we can say that his priorities were to do what Abraham has sent him to do.
Absolutely right. So did he want to eat and feel happy? No, and
And
rest? No.
no,
And so, okay, Sophia, you wanted to say something? Okay. Well, and what did I just say a minute ago? That's another way of saying exactly what Bernadette said. Back in question D, when I said, why did the servant do that? So another way to say this, in a similar, really similar, along the lines of what Bernadette said, is the servant's priorities are to serve his master.
Mm.
Okay, so same thing. He wants to do what Abraham wanted him to do. So he wants to serve his master before anything else, before he eats food, before he rests. Okay, so he wants to fulfill his mission.
Okay, so he wants to fulfill his mission.
Excellent. So that was
Okay,
so
excellent.
Ed,
So that was
go ahead and read
Ed,
Genesis
go ahead and
24
read
verses 34 to 35, please.
Thank you, Edward.
Yeah, Pedro.
Pedro.
And he said, I am Abraham's servant, and the Lord hath blessed my master greatly. and he is become great, and he hath given him flocks and herds and silver and gold and men servants and maid servants and camels and asses.
Very good. Very well pronounced, Pedro. Thank you. Então disse: Eu sou o servo de Abraão. E o Senhor abençoou muito o meu senhor, de maneira que foi engrandecido. Eu deu-lhe ovelhas e vacas, e prato e ouro, e servos e servas, e camelos e jumentos. All right. So that was Pet. So Lucas, can you kindly read question 3 in English?
Did he read the father Laban well?
Okay, so what do you understand my question? You can read a book, right? So you read the words of a book, or you can read a person. And when you read a person, that then is you understand what that person likes and dislikes. Okay, so did the servant read the father? And I'm sorry, that's Laban's father. Well,
I think so,
and why do you say that, Pedro?
because Laban, when Rebecca said about the servant of Abraham, Laban went running because, as is written before,
Mm-hmm.
he had seen the earrings, the bracelets that the servant has put onto Rebecca.
Okay.
So Laban liked the wealthiness.
Ah, okay. That's what I wanted to get at. So Laban appreciates wealth.
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna learn that in future verses, right? That Laban is there's a interesting word in English for this. I'll put it in the chat. It's cupidity. Okay, cupidity is a obsession, desire for wealth. Okay, so it's thinking much about money and gold and mammon. Okay, so the servant absolutely is reading Laban well. We're going to find out that Laban is wealth and possessions are very important to Laban. Okay, Sophia, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 24, verse 36 in English?
And Sarah, my master's wife, bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him was the given no, him had he given all that he had.
Excellent, thank you. And remember, it's Old English that hath instead of has or had. Okay, but hath is kind of fun. All right. So let me try that in Portuguese. Sara, a mulher do meu senhor, deu à luz filho a meu senhor depois da sua velhice, e ele deu-lhe tudo quanto tem. Aha. All right. So, Bernadette, can you kindly read question 4 in English?
Why might Laban find this appealing?
Okay. So what do you think? So the servant has just said, and Sarah, my master's wife, bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him hath he given all that he hath. Well, what often happens to inheritances? Do you know what an inheritance is? You inherit things, possessions, money from your parents. But often, what happens to inheritances? Pedro, I think you might be already thinking about it. What do you think?
Oh,
Well, in the case of inheritance, the possessions of the father passes to the sons.
Well, and
And
doesn't it
so,
usually it passes to the sons, plural, right?
yes. And so answering the question, Laban find this appealing because all the possessions was was passed to only one son. And so it was to Laban like a great thing.
That's right. Excellent. So there's not a divided inheritance. All of Abraham's possessions go to Isaac, and Isaac is marrying Rebecca, and so it all goes to Rebecca too.
oh, okay.
All right. So, okay, so the servant knows he has read Laban. Well, okay, so Juju, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 24, verses 38 to 30, sorry, 37 to 38, please? Oh, Juju, you're on mute. You have to unmute. Está no mudo.
And my master made my servers, my strength, to swine, not take a whiff to my son of the downs of the Canaanites and whose land in bed, but to sun go and go milk and the to milk kinder might take a wife in my son.
Okay, very good. And you corrected yourself. So instead of with, it's wife. Excellent. Very well pronounced, Juju. All right, let me try this in Portuguese. E meu senhor me fez jurar, dizendo: Não tomarás mulher para meu filho das filhas dos cananeus, em cuja terra habito. Irás, porém, à casa do meu pai e à minha família, e tomarás mulher para meu filho. Okay, so Pedro, can you kindly read the class's last question, question 5?
Okay. Is this a biblical goal or mission?
Okay, what do you think?
I don't know.
So where in the Bible does it say, and maybe it says later, that you shouldn't let your son marry a strange woman? Okay. And in the sense, this is you want your son to marry someone of the faith, right? So is that biblical?
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So here's the question for extra points. Can you think of the Bible verse in the New Testament that agrees that this is okay?
I remember a verse, but I don't know the main word in English for this idea. I remember the verse that says, "Do not put yourself in tananana." In Portuguese, julgo desigual.
Okay, so how would you think that might be in English?
I don't know.
It's actually a funny word in English, but that's absolutely the verse I'm thinking of. Okay, so
Okay.
let's see. We have some Bible scholars here, Pedro and Lucas. Do you know where that verse is? Or what the little closer to the English? We've discussed this verse recently, just to give you a hint.
I remember other lesson that this verse is in some of the books of Corinthians. I
Yes, it
think it's
is. Okay, excellent. So first or second Corinthians?
I think it is first.
Okay, that's close. It's second Corinthians.
Oh, okay.
All right, and maybe what I'll do is because it's not an easy word in English, but the words you were looking for, Bernadette, is unequally yoked.
Yoked.
Okay, and yoked is actually a term for what you do with if you have two bulls that are pulling a cart, they have yokes on, which are these like big bridles, and that's called the yoke. And so you imagine if you have a cart and two bulls, and one yoke is wrong, like ahead with more further ahead, then that's very difficult because the cart will then turn. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you have the bulls, they have to be yoked and be equidistant. They have to be the same distance from the cart, because if one is yoked further ahead, then the cart is going to move that direction always, because they are unequally yoked. So they can't go straight. Go ahead, Bernadette.
In this situation, it becomes very difficult to walk together, to walk in the same
Path.
direction.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
It is almost impossible.
Yes. So I mean, the
difficult.
Bible is amazing. This is a brilliant metaphor.
Yes.
Okay. So the idea that, you have two bulls and they have to be both pulling together in the same direction. They can't be unequal.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read you the verse in English. So it's 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? Wow.
What is the reference? 2 Corinthians
2 Corinthians 6:14. 6:14.
14. Okay, thank you.
You bet. So, and that's a very strong verse, right? Very strong. It starts with a nice animal metaphor. Don't be unequally yoked, because you might fall off the path. It's almost like a comedy. If one bull is pulling a little bit ahead of the other, then it's like it'll be impossible to lead the cart. But then it goes, what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? Wow. Okay, so you can't be together with opposites. Right? The result is not good. You need
I think that some people, even in the church, assume dangerous condition, getting married to to persons of another faith or
Mm, mm,
faithful person.
yeah. Wow. That I
It,
agree
it
entirely.
sounds it sounds something very dangerous.
Yep. I hear you entirely, Bernadette. I think in a situation like that, the pastor would have to get the couple on the same page. We'll go back to the metaphor of
Mm-hmm.
reading a book. You have to be on the
Uh-huh.
same page of the book.
Same page.
Uh-huh. Because it's dangerous. So in other words, you have to work hard on the unbeliever. It's
Mm-hmm.
good. It's good
Unbeliever.
that he's at church, but you can't be an unbeliever and go to church with frequency. That doesn't work, right? You can come the first time and you're unbelieving, and maybe a second time. I don't know. We're flexible, we're patient, but you can't
Yeah, but
continue. Yes,
in the daily life at home, in family, it doesn't work.
yeah,
It is
I
not good.
I agree. I hear you. Okay, so. As usual, we like to end the class with a little more conversation, so it's a little harder to follow because we're not following words that are written here. But that was very good. So let me ask before we stop the recording, does anyone have a question or comment in English?
No.
I have a commentary that
Comment.
I think this comparison about Laban and his liking to the wealth,
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't think in by that form before.
Mm. Okay.
So I think this is very interesting.
Yeah. Well, and remember, well, going forward, is Laban going to trick Isaac? He is to have him work for him and help him double his wealth, right? His number of cattle for 7 years. And then when that isn't enough, then another 7 years. So Laban obviously is attracted to possessions and money. Very good.
Yes.
Okay. So interesting. So remember, we're in the book of beginnings, in the book of Genesis, we're looking at very primordial stories. And these stories all have significance for us today as Christians. So we learn that the servant's faithfulness is a model for being faithful to your master, uh, and walking in the way. Uh, he gave us a model prayer, right? And the model prayer was, Lord, please bless my mission and let me know I've accomplished my mission by having a woman reply this way to my question, can you give me water? And so it's very interesting. It's not just an Old Testament story. It's a primordial story. It's a story that has lessons for us today. So I'm going to stop the English now. So thank you all for watching the recording. Who's watching perhaps as we speak.